Going on all you YouTuber Maddox. I know I'm a child, but you're gonna have to deal with me. My name is Smoke Wild, and today I'm bringing you some gameplay and commentary of Blacklight Retribution. I'm using the M4X. I already did a video on this, but the M4X is not what I'm gonna be talking about right now. My voice is kind of cracky and stuff. I'll tell you why about that in a second. My muzzle is the power muzzle, my barrel is the arm column assault barrel, my scope is the light ski reflex sight, my stock is the V2 folding, I'm using the extended mag, and I have the daylight check. Now, the reason why I sound like this is, I'm just sick of Blacklight. This game, I mean, I love Hardsuit Labs. They've done such a great job on this game up to now. Because I'm just really annoyed with patch 209. I really like Crashlight. I really like how they redid Rig. But other than that, patch 209 has been one of my least favorites. Like I said, the only thing I really liked from those maps, from that update was the new maps. The toxic ammo is a bitch. It is. I mean, I don't think Hardsuit Labs ever thought of. I mean, I understand the meaning. They said that it is for people that seem impossible to kill, people that are really good, or people that tank. But did you ever think that the people that are quote unquote really good would also use this toxic ammo? Or the people that are tanking, don't you think they would also? I mean, I think Hardsuit Labs thought that the noobs were the only one that are going to use this. I mean, you got level 40s, you got level 69s also using the toxic ammo. I mean, I think Hardsuit Labs that this is going to be specifically used for. I mean, I know this was implemented for the noobs, but didn't you think that the higher levels was also going to use this? I mean, I do pubs and stuff, but there's times I need a challenge, and I go into a private match with my friends, some of the guys that are good. And these high levels, these people that they have titles like a boss, they have titles like Dirty 30 because they've passed their level 30 and up, and they're using toxic ammo too. And it's like, low levels are not the only ones using this. I was just in a game. This is the game before this one, and we were in Outpost, and I was going 19 and 2, yes. And I get killed by Breach Lane, and I'm going 19 and 3. I spawn back in, I get killed by Toxic. I'm going 19 and 4. Then I get a kill, I'm going 20 and 4. Then I get killed by Toxic again. I spawn back in, so now I'm going 20 and 5. I spawn back in, I get shot in the back. And guess what shot me in the back? Incinerary. So now I'm going 20 and 6. 20 and 7. No, 20 and 6. 20 and 6. Then I get 5 kills, so now I'm going 25 and 6. And then I get shot with Incinerary. I try to run away, and then I get shot with Toxic. So just think, the toxic ammo, and then right next to it is Incinerary ammo. Just think of the feeling of getting shot by Toxic and Incinerary at the same time. And then put all that together, I'm getting shot by Toxic and Incinerary. I'm somehow still alive, and then someone throws a grenade. So now from going 19 and 2, I finish off the game going 25 and 7. Because all of the bullshit that Hardsuit Labs put in on the amazing patch 209. And I'm sick of it. This game is heading in the wrong direction. I mean, we've been but Hardsuit Labs, I know you're working really hard, and I really appreciate it. But I mean, you're fixing all the new glitches, and there's still some old stuff that you guys haven't fixed. I mean, where the heck is Trench? Where's Evac? Where's Vortex? I mean, I understand, you said Vortex needs some more stuff. Evac needs some more stuff. But Trench was supposed to be released when Outpost came out. we got Outpost and we got Safehold. And first of all, when Safehold first came out, it was only available on Capture the Flag. And then I reported it. I was like, it's only portable on Capture the Flag. And then you guys finally put it on the other game modes. But we've been waiting for Trench since Outpost and Safehold came out. And you guys, oh, there's a bug. There's a bug that needs to be fixed. And how long ago the Outpost and Safehold came out and Trench is still not here? I mean, people were saying, oh, we've been able to play on Vortex, we've been able to play on Evac, but I've never seen anybody say they've been able to play on Trench. I mean, what are you guys doing with Trench? We've been waiting for Trench since Outpost. Because the thing is, there was no talk about Evac coming out, and there was no talk about Vortex coming out. But back then it was Zombie Studios. Zombie Studios said, we are going to be giving out 3 maps. Outpost, Safehold, and Trench, and only Outpost and Safehold came out. And Trench was one of my because I am a PC Blacklight player, and Trench is one of my favorite maps on PC. And I was like, finally they're bringing. And they said, oh, there's a bug. There's a bug on Trench. There's something we need to fix on Trench. And then they were like, okay, and then they introduced Evac and Vortex. So they introduced that they were going to be bringing Evac and Vortex after they introduced Trench. So that means Trench was already, I mean, once they said Evac and Vortex, Trench was like an afterthought. It's like I've never heard any word that Trench was coming out. I mean, everyone's talking about Evac, everyone's talking about Vortex. Did you guys forget about Trench? I mean, this game's just heading in the wrong direction. The people are like, I mean, the PC version is, I mean, I don't know. The PC version hopefully might get some updates. Hearts and Labs is hoping to get them on the same update because it'll be easier to develop both games that they're on the same updates. So PC will stop complaining and Blacklight and PS4 would stop bragging. I'm not one to do that, and it makes PS4 look really bad. While we're on the subject, it makes PS4 look really bad that we're going around bragging that we have updates in the PC government. I mean, we get annoyed that the PC comes on our forums, and we get annoyed that the PC comes on our forums, keeps asking the updates, but then we're sitting there saying, haha, we got updates and you don't. How does that make the PC feel? Do you ever think of that? I mean, you get mad that the PC comes on our forums, but just be truthful. How many of you went on the PC forums and started saying, we got updates, how about you? It's just Blacklight, the max damage weapons. I mean, the regular, if you put nothing on the light machine gun, I think the default light machine gun is in the 60s in damage. So just think putting max damage stuff on it. I mean, there's no need to put max damage attachments on a light machine gun. And then put max damage, I mean, and there's no reason to go 250 on. I mean, this game is just heading in the wrong direction. And there's just a bunch of douchebags coming into this game every day. I mean, it's good. More people are playing this game, but the wrong people are playing this game. There's a bunch of douchebags playing this game now. It's getting annoying. Let's get back on the topic of things that we've been looking for a long time. I mean, Blacklight's still trying to fix spawn fixes. It's been 2 years, people, and still haven't fixed spawn fixes. It's been 2 years, and you guys haven't fixed the lag. It's been 2 years. I mean, I posted the video of my onslaught gameplay. We were on the very last level. I was like, yes, I'm gonna get a whole onslaught game, and I'm gonna post it on my YouTube channel. We were on the last round. There was like 11 enemies left, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna post this up. And it's gonna say an error has occurred, and of course, I was the host of the game, so everybody got kicked out, and I wasn't able to finish the onslaught. I wasn't able to finish the video. And how fitting it happens at the last round of the game. I was about to, and the thing is, I could only place one part because being that my application crashed, I never got to save the recording. So not only did the onslaught go away, my recording disappeared. So I only got to record half the gameplay. So you guys only got to see half the onslaught. I mean, this game has been crashing. I mean, this game's been out for 2 years. The game's been crashing for 2 years. It still happens. It still happens. People are still running around with just brute throwers. People are still using max damage weapons. People are still running around with infrared scopes on helo deck. I mean, what is the point of having an infrared scope if you're on helo deck? What is the point of having an infrared scope if you're on Metro? It makes no freaking sense. What is the point of having an infrared scope at all? People are still running around with HRV cloaks. People are still just sitting in the blackout waiting for somebody to walk by. Only time I would use a blackout is where I would put the proxy mine inside the blackout and then wait for someone to walk by. I mean, this game is, I just don't like the direction it's going in. And people like this guy, Dandy, whatever how you say his name, he's just annoying. He's so annoying. He uses the most douchebag stuff and thinks he's so freaking good. All he does is throw toxic grenades at you, and then all he does is use his teammates as freaking decoys. His teammates shoot at you, and then he just you see what he did? He just pops out. Like, see this guy right here. Say teammates right there. See teammates at the door, shooting at him. He goes just, oh man, like, dude. All he does is use his teammates as distractions and decoys. His teammates shoot them and distract him, and then he pops out like, oh, I'm here too, and shoots you. And he was using earlier. He was using his he was the guy using the max damage sub. Yeah, it was him. He had the I was about to say two-step muzzle. That's how you said it in beta. But he had the balance muzzle, and then he had the CQC barrel, which is the second to last barrel. And then he had an infrared scope, the infrared Mark II. And he had 250 health. It's like, I hate people that use max damage SMGs and 250 health. It's basically being a tank with a fast-paced gun. And look, you see how he pops out like that? He's a little bitch. And he can't. I understand I'm doing bad. I'm doing bad on purpose because I'm just ranting right here. I'm not even trying. I'm just running around seeing people. I'm ranting. If this was serious gameplay and I was trying to show you guys a gun and stuff, then I would try to play. But it's late at night, and I just feel like I needed to get this off my chest. This could have waited till tomorrow, but like I said, I just feel like I need to get this off my chest. I mean, it's getting ridiculous. Blacklight says, Hardsuit Lab said, we know that people don't like the toxic ammo, and we did this just to make the game more balanced out. How? I mean, how? Whose idea was it that made it get more balanced? How does this make the game more balanced out? I mean, first, the more experienced players are more OP. Now the new players are more OP. This doesn't make it more balanced out. And it seems like every update you're giving the advantage to the new players, and you're leaving the more experienced players out in the cold. People, I mean, look at this dude. People that this dude Dandy is not even good. I mean, if he comes up on you head up, you will shoot him. Every time he comes up on me head up with his gun, nobody around, just me and him, I kill him every time. Stop running around. Let's forget what I was gonna say. Oh. It seems like every update you're giving the advantage to the new players. I mean, really, toxic ammo, and you specifically said that it was for the new players that can't kill the skilled players. Isn't that their fault, not ours? And isn't there supposed to be a training system that is supposed to be added? Don't add items that'll make them more OP. Add a training system to make them better. Add difficulties on practice. I mean, practice is so vivid. I mean, not vivid. Practice is so generic, and there's nothing on it. You play against bots that are so easy to kill, and then they go into a public match and get wrecked. And then you give them more OP stuff. You give them breach loaders. You give them toxic ammo. You give them incinerary ammo. This stuff does not